you're a big stakeholder in the church, and a lot of young people are leaving the church. What could be the reason why people are leaving the church? Especially it's globally, but in Nigeria is one of the most religious country, and you could imagine that people who their parents, both parents were like pastors, you understand, or are even still pastors, just turn to the African tradition or even become non-religious at all.
Okay. I would like to give you a background before we continue.
Okay.
Something's happening in our own time.
Okay.
We think that this is the first time it is happening.
Okay.
History has been repeating itself.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing new is happening. And then I would like to factor in the fact that the church is about death and resurrection.
Okay.
The church is about death and resurrection. The church dies and resurrects again.
I like that.
At the time, you would think that there is nothing again that is going to be called the church. But being an instrument of God, the church comes back to life, like if plugged to an oxygen. So let it be noted that this is not the first time that people are leaving the church, but it's not that it is normal, but it has happened before. And so the church comes to life. I'll tell you a story with regards to that. At the time when there was war, Napoleon Bonaparte, he was attacking the church so much that he was bent on extinguishing everything about the Catholic Church. And then he came to the cardinal, the pope, he wrote to them and told them that this is not a time of, after fighting the church, you resurrect again, that I'm going to finish up everything. And the cardinal of state that time replied him and told him that a society can never die from without, it is from within.
Okay.
If we cannot kill the church, there is nothing you can do. Mm-hmm. And now Napoleon Bonaparte is a story. Yeah, so it's a background to what we are discussing, so that you know that this is not the first time that there are exodus from the church, but we actually need to discuss it because it is getting out of hand.
Okay, I think I'm really encouraged and also inspired by the story you're talking about, the great warrior of the French era. But the truth now is that, I don't have the actual numbers of the people, but you can see it with social media and a lot of things. You see people who were even preachers turning twist it, becoming men, as they will say it. You understand? What do you think the church should do? Do you think it's anything, but like you said, the church dies and resurrects? Do you think there is anything particular the church is not doing well?
Okay, there is never a time the church is perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
The church is never perfect. The church is in the process of perfection.
Okay.
Yeah. God created everything and so that all He created was good. And in our English, we know of superlative, comparative, good, better, best. That is why He gave us the function: go into the world, multiply, increase, and make it better. Yeah. So the church is never perfect. But much as we have that social media show of people leaving the church, you also see the social media show of people still coming into the church and then following up whenever there is any sign of miracle, or people will still go there. I will now say that the major problem now is that people are confused. They don't know their rights. Confusion is one of the problems. Yeah, they don't know their rights from their left. So there is a major confusion in the world, in the society today.
I think it's going to be another topic, like just on this confusion. Because something just came to my mind now, and like I was living somewhere, and Jerry Eze, who's actually from Nigeria, I think he's somewhere like third or fourth in streaming stuff. So without like what you said now, like in this, also, but this social media is something like we'll dedicate a full episode to.
Of course.
But the thing now is, if you watch what is going on now, should I say the social media? Will you say social media is a jealousy? Because there are real issues that I will talk about. Like you see where the young guys, especially young guys, are really concerned about. Should I say they are concerned or disillusioned?
Okay, I'll just be sincere with everything.
Yeah.
And the first thing I'm going to tell you is that some of these young ones, they feel empty after coming to the church.
Why?
Some of them, they feel empty. There are many reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the reasons, some of them, they don't see the practicality
of the teaching.
They don't take time to see the practicality of the teaching. They are so much engrossed into the get rich quick syndrome.
Okay.
So they are no longer patient enough to see how Christianity will work out. But I'm a strong opposition to that theory that the church will not make you rich. Remember, there is a marriage between civilization and Christianity.
Yeah, did you
and if Christianity and civilization worked out in other countries, why is it not working out? Yeah. When you talk about religion now, people leaving the church, you also relate it to religion in general. There are some countries that are Islamic to the core and they are progressing. Mm-hmm. Some are Christians to the core and they are progressing. Then there is a fundamental problem in our country, in our own side of the story. Yeah. Even though people are empty, even though there are a lot of reasons for people to leave the church.
Because it's when somebody becomes empty that he runs to the church for the emptiness to be filled.
Yeah.
But then,
unfortunately, now.
But the people are so I need to understand why the emptiness, the place that should cure the emptiness is the one chasing them away. Or is it something I'm missing?
Yeah. You know, the pastors, the priests, they are product of the society.
Okay.
Every priest is taken from among men. Mm-hmm. So we take from the society and give back to the society. So now, taking from the society, if the society is corrupt, we are going to take a corrupt man into the priesthood, then try to refurbish him after. You know, whenever you are treating somebody that has leukemia and others, if you are taking away the blood, you can't remove everything.
Yes.
There will still be atom. So that thing that is happening in society somehow is crippling into the church. So when people feel empty in the society and they come to the church to be healed, they will still see elements of the society in the church. Some of them will now say there is no place to run to. Some of them
because what I believe and what I've read is that a lot of the young guys actually feel like, should I say they expect much from the church, or the kind of moral standard they keep for the church. You understand? And even when the person himself is not even keeping up to that moral standard, the person feels like, no, this should be what you should look up to.
Yeah.
You understand? And when any little thing goes wrong with a preacher, you understand?
It's a big news.
It's big news.
Okay, I'll come in here. Okay. Actually, initially I do feel bad when the scandal of a priest or a pastor is being propagated and then blown overboard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but somehow there is something positive about it. At least these people are expecting morality from us.
Yes, actually.
It is something positive that somebody expected more from you. If you are a nobody, the person will not expect anything from you.
Yes.
I can't see a conductor now and then he will say bad words at me and then I will get so angry.
But I
was not expecting much from a conductor.
Yes.
But as a priest, if I do anything, if you batch my car now and I get angry, people will be saying, why is father angry? Somehow I'll feel bad. Am I not human being? But somehow also I should feel good because at least there is a prestige with the priesthood that people are expecting. To whom much is given, much is expected. So
but some preachers are not taking it this way, because there was this the last one that actually trended so much was a pastor who got tattoo and it was everywhere. A lot of people were positive, negative, and all those kind of things. And you know, a lot of these kind of things now can drive young boys. Sometimes they become very confused.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like what you said now, it's not every preacher or priest that will be in this condition. Or sometimes you say we're human beings.
Yeah.
You understand that kind of thing? They won't take it like, okay, we are holding you to that high moral standard because of the position you are in.
Yeah.
And you are expected to be the difference in society and all those kind of things. And those are the little things that sometimes from the young boys it matters a lot. Because they've been brought up to look at a priest like, sometimes they will look at a pastor, maybe the pastor takes his second wife. You understand?
Of course.
And the guy looks at it like, no.
This is not obtainable. And you know, another thing that is getting out of hand and then chasing people away is compassion. These people, they have been beaten by the society. They have been mercilessly beaten by the streets of life. So when they come to the church, they expected to see a compassionate environment. The face of a father with the heart of a mother. They want to see that heart to heart. Just like the popular novel of Chinua Achebe, do not have any hand in his death because he calls you father. So if in any way people get hurt in the church, that is part of the reason why people are leaving. And then, sometimes, somehow, our human weaknesses can lead us to hurt the young ones. And you can hurt the young one in so many ways, even by neglect.
But this one is, okay, you got a pass here. Like in this particular one, let me go to the second one. There is one that is a big problem in Nigeria, which is the prosperity stuff.
Okay.
Somehow it should be the young guys who should actually embrace this kind of thing. But you find out that a lot of the young boys find out that no. It's turning a lot of young boys away from the church because they feel like this should be a place to come for spiritual matter.
Yeah.
You understand? And then when they get around and then they see all these kind of things, it's not a lot of the prophetic preachers are not doing what is wrong.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the young boys also, maybe the way they were brought up from the family and they come to the church, I think this is one of the biggest. Some people, they're even keeping it to their heart.
Yeah.
But then you see a pastor needs to respect so much and all those kind of things. Maybe the pastor is trying to build a house for the church. So they're trying to raise the money. A big close to pastor, I know sometimes it's very difficult for them to raise all this kind of money. Sometimes they don't even know how to do it before. Yeah. But you've seen the church has been going on for like 10 years.
The issue of prosperity, preaching, and all those things is very, very heartbreaking. Okay. That prosperity preaching is alien. It is not fundamental. It's not from the core of Christianity.
Okay.
It is a bypass, a fruit, not the core of Christianity.
Explain.
Yeah. Okay. Christianity is not about getting you rich in the worldly sense. Christianity more is about our relationship. Is relational. Jesus called his disciples to come and be with him, to build up that relationship. And then the greatest commandment, love of God and love of your neighbor. And when you love your God and respect the laws of God and nature, because God is nature is God. So when you love your God and respect the laws of nature and God, you will see things working out for your good. People talk about karma and all those things, but they fall into the laws of God. Because when you respect nature will in turn bless you. When you respect each other, if I don't steal from you, you will not have the heart to help me. If I'm generous for what you have done for me, then you have the heart to do more. If I love my neighbor, I will not steal from you. You will not have the heart to show me the way and every other thing. So people are living the core. The core of Christianity is to teach us how to live well. So when they now leave it to go and get the fruit of Christianity, they left the core of Christianity and rushing to the fruit of Christianity and making it the center, the focal point of Christianity. That renders everything wrong because you can't make the fruit the core. That is why our Christianity today, especially in our side, is a mockery of Christianity. You will see fine buildings, furnished churches, and then with little faith. I don't know whether Jesus was talking in particular reference to us when he was saying, when I will come back, when the Son of Man will come back, will he still find faith on earth? You can replace that earth and add our country.